and welcome to Jedi Fallen Order Part 6. That was such a ruckus of noise. I wasn't near my computer when I hit the head start, and then I'd wandered off for a second to grab something, and that music came on, and I was listening to it, and I was like, did I put music on, or did I put some boom boxes in a blender? That was an interesting choice there, Pretzel. I hope everyone is going super well. Obviously we're back with the Fallen Order, and I'm excited to get back in. Before we do though, I do have to mention, just very briefly, about ads. So I was on YouTube just before I started this, watching something stupid, and an ad came on, and I don't have ad blocker because it blocks the ads. I know, right? Go figure. And I like to watch the ads and then judge them. And this one ad has been going on for 3 years, and I have to say congratulations to this woman, because every single year around January she gives birth to twins. And it started in 2020, and it's 2022 now, and she's still giving birth to twins, and that's a really good job on her. It's supposed to be like a really inspirational ad about the things you can achieve in a year, and this one woman is just stuck in a perpetual hell of childbirth, but I guess that's something you can achieve in a year, and she does it, like, you know, twice with twins, so bully for her. Anyway, I hope everyone's going well. Let's actually get into the game, and I'll stop what is a slightly better Pretzel music in my opinion. And hello Drawber and Barry, of course, and Canadian as well, and Shin. And Corvus, hello! Let me bring up the game. Make sure that's going on. Please start game. Are you... Hang on. That actually show. Sometimes if I start... Nah, it is up. Excellent. Sometimes if I start the game before the stream, the stream's like, no, you started it without me. I don't want to show this to anyone. Jedi time indeed. An interesting fact as well, Corvus. Excellent. And hello, Tebe. How are you going? Notice me, senpai. Like, I have been watching a lot of anime recently, so I instantly locked onto that, Tay. Well put. The 4 fully primed things are done. Oh, you've primed them all. Excellent, Corvus. That's fantastic. So you've actually got more paint to do it with.
Glorious.
And thank you so much for the bits as well, Tay. So interesting fact. I'll get to the interesting fact in a little moment, Corvus, because I just want to get to somewhere slightly safe. Excellent. Do you have enough paint to finish them though, Corvus? That is the question. Robert, stupid. Wait, what's stupid? My sub ran out? Oh, also hi. I'm so confused as what I've missed. Sorry. Yeah, okay, excellent. I think I'm caught up with the comments. I say caught up, that does not mean I 100%... Oh my god. Well, there you go. Just like my comprehension skills, that was down. There we are. That's a good...
You've cleared the way.
Oh, it's Hot Chick! For those who don't know, that's Hot Chick talking. She's technically on the dark side, but her fashion choice is very much on the sharp side. What? No, don't be mean!
Reverse what she's done?
Oh no.
Thanks.
There's a rope swing.
Hope this new encryption keeps you out for good.
Oh yes, I was watching a stupid video. Yes, Drawber. It was a stupid Overwatch video where someone was being very stupid. So it was in fact a very... I hate the rope swing. It was in fact a very stupid video. Yes. He bonked his chin, then fell to his death. I know, Tay. I thought for a second he had it. I honestly did. Can I... Hang on. Can I pull that to me? No, that's push. Oh, I can! Oh, you're gonna make me... Right, so I think it's something like that. Now, once we do about 20 more deaths, he may learn to do exactly what we need. Can I run and use the Force at the same time? Ish, yes. Oh god, I hate this part. I'm just gonna say, what a wonderful way to start the stream. What I really wanted was exactly this, was just to run into a part of the mechanics which would be a little bit more complicated. I wish he could fly. She's pretty and that makes her morally great. This is correct, Drawber. If you make something pretty, you're just sort of like, is that a crime or just a passionate act? I know you've stabbed me 20 times, but you are hot. I believe is how it traditionally goes. So you need to use force wall on the rope once you jump off the wall. Thank Thank you all. Excellent. I do like how you could all see exactly the slow process of me eventually getting to that. So it's like, no, someone tell her, please. There we go. Thank you all. See, we get there in the end. Are we going to have to keep doing this? It's... Well... Oh, that worked. Goodbye. Yay for us. Yay team us, everyone. Jolly good. Now, okay, Corvus. Once I get to an area...
What's it like hacking
droids
anyway?
Well, apparently it's like cocaine, given his B. Jeff's addiction to it, sir.
For a good cause, though, right?
Like, he's just B. Jeff is way too happy to hack into things. The moment he sees an exposed port, he's on it. Like... Oh, slice probe... BDF can control damaged Imperial probe droids. Ooh. Oh, good. So now we're getting into the mind control section. That's BJeff's is becoming a villain every single day. She's hot, so side with her. Hey, Corvus, it's a choice, Corvus. It's a choice. Am I pushing you? Yes, excellent. I do deeply enjoy how this game is actually bringing a lot of the different force abilities up. Yes, exactly that, Barry. It is exactly that.
They're not answering.
Is it because BJeff has hacked the ship and it's gone down? BJeff too wants to join the hot side. They just have, like, to be honest, they have a better wardrobe. Touch it, BJeff. BJeff wants to look like a better droid.
Do you hear that?
I hear slight electricity. Should I hear something? Okay. I'm now expecting something to jump out at us. To hack anything he can get his paws on. The Sith Padawan makes me so happy. Red is more sexy, easy win with fashion. Exactly, Canadian. And if you're an orc, it means you go faster. It's the easier way to go. So that's available, that's available. Where do I actually want to... I want to go back to the ship. Why does none of this direction feel like I'm going back? Wait. If I go down to here, will that take me down to the... And that will take me up. So I want to go to the right, don't I? Oh, wait, no, that red door is blocked. So I don't want to go that way. Damn it! I surely don't want to go all the way. No, I can't want to go down that direction. But... So it looks like... Wow! This is the perfect place to open your map, everyone. It's very visually easy to see there. Do I want to go this way? Hang on, let's go have a bit of an explore. Use a wind blood axe.
I hate those things with the big teeth.
So this was the... Hang on. And now that is opened to us. If I go up? Was it? Oh god, we literally did this. Was it that I could jump up and I just kept missing it, or what was I doing in here? Hang on. Oh god, no, can you, thank you. Right, it was go through here, and then we can push-pull this now. For all the good that does us, but let's go up. You had a hard time navigating this as well, Shin. I'm glad that you also finished it recently, Shin, because you'll be able to be like, yes, this part. Oh god. What, but yes, what lightsaber color did you end up going with? Because I've still got the basic 3, but if you finished it, did you end up unlocking more than just the basic 3?
She got there.
Ooh, more lightsaber. And let's check out... Oh wait, no, there's a... Wait, wasn't I just... yes, the fascination...
Moving to engage. They couldn't beat you. I can.
Really? Why? Like, that was that took that guy half a second to turn on his friend and be like, he couldn't beat you, I could. I was like, you guy, give it a breath. You went candy cane colored lightsaber. Is there actually a candy cane colored lightsaber, Canadian? Like a red and white one? Because that's amazing if there is. Very festive. Hi. If I damage you, I can control you. I think I might need to do a little less damage.
We found the Jedi. Move up. Blast them.
To be honest, this just seems mean. Like, I feel bad for them. Goodbye. I am starting to hurt. That was mainly from just falling to my death. So, I want to go I want to return to the Mantis. I wish that I had a quick travel here. They were coming that way, so I'm guessing that I want to go this way. Usually when things are lining up to be murdered, that's a good sign. Is this... well, I can touch you, so I might as well. So you can get a pink or a purple one. Interesting. Or a purple. I will be going purple for the way. Crate Dragon. Oh my god. If a Crate Dragon would just turn up right now, Corvus, so I could just ride it back, that would be amazing. That would be fantastic. It would please me extremely. In SWTOR, the best thing about SWTOR, so, was the mounts. They had mounts of everything. If you could mount something, it was there. It was fantastic. Am I absolutely going the wrong direction now? So this way will have me going upwards. Do I want to go up, do you think? This is pure chaos. What a fun start. I had a feeling that I probably had wanted to actually navigate my way out of this for you all. But it's me, so we get to see it together. I feel like I'm going backwards. Just darkness in saber form. Oh, right. So none of the white crap. Okay. It's like, yeah, the Darksabers, I do like the idea of the Darksabers, but I think they're just also very hard to sort of visually get across. Yeah, I don't think this is the right direction, is it? Is it? It's so... I really feel like we've just gone backwards. Angry Talos noises. I mean secrets normally? Nope, typically. I think in this case, we've just done a lovely loop. Yes, yes we have. We've just done a fantastic loop. For anyone who had... It can't... Okay. We definitely don't want to go to the left, right? Because that's just going to take us down into the bowels of, like, this horrible place. And we want to go all the way over there to the Mantis. And I would have thought that that way would lead... Oh, good lord. Hang on. Are you... No, because that red door means we can't pass, right? Hang on. Let's go have a look. Maybe there's a thing to the right, because there is that green rope that's showing. So I'm thinking maybe if we... Hang on. So we're back. We've definitely gone in a circle. So we went through this direction. That's not my map. And this way says that it's completely... Hi. Would you like to murder me?
Die, Jedi scum.
Hang on. There we go. That's much easier. And then if I maybe run across here and we go across there, now that leads us back this way. Well, there's something here. Hang on. There we are. Well, we got this. There's a direction, everyone. So, is there a Canadian? Is there a Fallen Order 2 coming out?
She's hoping to gain favor with the Emperor, but her deception was making her reckless.
End chat. Okay, so that's fun. We found this, everyone. And hey, Sophie, how's it going? No problem at all, because you got bored of it. You got bored of the internet. Fair enough. What did you get up to in the non-internet realm, the physical world, as it were? So what I was thinking is, if we go through there and we go, do you think that would lead us down and maybe onto that pit, and I could go backwards, and then that would take us to safety? Because I would really enjoy that. Hang on. Have I? You, rope, come here. I demand swing time. There we are. Now, if we go up, unless this is taking us right back to where we don't... Is this... This doesn't seem correct. Because I was thinking if we slid down and we could slide... Because I want to get there. Because I think if I get there, then I can trot down there and then I can trot up there. So that's what I'm aiming for, everyone, is our little spaceship friend here. Just work on your health, the usual... fair enough. So we'll do a quick save, everyone, because why not at this point? Well, we've, currently we've been getting lost, Sophie, so that's been a joy. You know, lots of fun there. Oh, we've got more skill points, though, everyone. Let's see if we can learn a useful skill, such as teleport. That would be really handy right about now. Maximum forces increase. That does sound absolutely handy, doesn't it? the power of friendship. BD1 stim canisters completely refill your force meter. Oh, that sounds handy. Wait, hang on. I see more health. Screw friendship. What's this about health? Cal's maximum life is increased. Cal recovers additional life when using a stim canister from BD1. This one. Thank you. And now we are healthier than ever. And that means that we can get lost for even longer. So if Cal does get severely lost and runs out of ration packs and water and stuff, his death will take even longer to occur because he's got more life force now. So we can have him wandering around here being completely lost for quite some time before he dies, which will be quite nice. And hello, Mad March Bear. Thank you so much for the lurk. Right, so if we can go into this thing on the... What is this thing? This thing on the left. Come on, surely we can do this. We can do this. Go, Cal. Go. We can totally figure it out. Don't die of starvation yet. You can't eat B-Jeff. He's not an organic... I almost said a very different word then. Being. Here we go. Down the hole. Simplified so many times, so surely it's a decent intersection. I'm guessing it must be. So, because what I'm thinking is, yes, that is taking us maybe to what I was this my plan? Well, we're going this way, everyone. Worst case scenario, we just get to have a look at the lovely planet, which everyone really wants. Because I know that sometimes when you log into a stream, you expect a story or something to happen. But maybe what we'll do instead is we'll subvert all expectations and we'll call it art. And it will just be called The Art of Being Lost. And instead of actually progressing in a stream, we'll just see the same parts of architecture over and over again. And we can marvel at it. It'll be a really good, different way, you know, just to usurp expectations. That's what I've learned from art students, is that if you do something wrong, you just tell everyone that it was actually intentional and it's their fault that they didn't enjoy it because they don't understand. So that's the logic we'll use. Oh God, okay. Do I want to go further down the hole? Maybe. And hello, Young Junior, how are we going? Conqueror of the Stars, General Radin. BJF is very high in iron minerals. He is... He's a healthy boy for that. So that, hang on, that does look like I can touch you. Can I touch you? Please let me in. Why won't you let me in? I want to go away from here. I don't want to go into the bowels of the BJF wants to scan something. Me? Are you scanning me, boy? Oh, that's a glowy light, isn't it?
Yeah, let me see.
Because I would have thought that this would open, but it's not. And it looks like down might be the way to go. This can't be correct, right? Like, this just feels so counterintuitive to what we're doing. Maybe I'll make it that advice when I mess up at a related thing. Exactly, Sophie. If you mess up anything in art, it's a one-way elevator. No, Shin, why? Why would it be a one-way elevator? But why? I want to go down, because if I go down, then I can go up. This is... Oh, wait, hang on. That's a hole. Never mind. Ignore that. Hang on. But yes, Sophie, it's fantastic to advise... Fantastic advice if you're doing anything artistic related, because if you're doing art, no one's allowed to tell you that you did it wrong. What are you? Why aren't you dying? That was very rude. Hi. You're new and incredibly rude, sir. I hope you know that. He's not falling off the cliff. I was promised cliff falling. What are you doing, sir? You're not playing by the rules. You see that? Oh my God, you're electroshocking me. That's a bit rude, isn't it? Oh. Are you capturing me? Ow. Wow. Okay. So he's a one-hit kill enemy. I thought that was too... I thought that was far too easy there. Mad March, it is going fantastic. I think we've found the way forward. Which is brilliant. Oh, I'm inside. Oh, was I meant to lose that all along? Yes, plot progression, everyone. See, if you're ever actually lost, just get kidnapped and you'll get out of it. It's fine. Don't know what to do? Find a stranger in a van.
81.
Oh no, my BJF.
Little buddy, where are you?
Also, why didn't you eat that man's electricity? You love electricity.
BD?
Oh, and my lightsaber's gone.
Gotta find a way out of here.
Well, this is less good for him, isn't it? Oh no, spoke too soon. Immediately get captured. In another ploy to kill Cal, Trilla Luid.
Whoever locked me up took my lightsaber. Gotta get it back. My lightsaber's missing.
Can I make him keep saying? What happened to my arm there? Why are you all glowing? I don't have BJF or a way forward. I am but a tiny Jedi. Do I want to pull? Yes, I do. I want to be angry and pull everything apart.
Is that a power cable?
Angry Jedi. Can I insert you into something? Would you like to go into here? No. Can I pull you off then? Oh, do you want... Hang on. Come here. I'm gonna plug you into this. See, look, honestly...
That did it.
Jedi Fallen Order is teaching us so many things today. If you're lost, just pretend you're not. If you're truly lost, get kidnapped. And if you see exposed wires, jam other exposed wires into them, because something will happen. So, we're really learning life lessons today. I think that's a mark of a fantastic game. Let's go on. You got a plausible. Yes, thank you, Shin.
There's cold.
I think one of the things I'm doing is I'm not giving it enough time to trigger. I'm like just lightly touching it, and Cal's like, no, concentrate with the Force. And I'm like, how about we just sort of flutter with the Force? We kind of think about using it. And Cal's like, that's not how this works. It's not how it works at all. More plugging in. Interact. Fantastic. So Canadian, is this like what being an electrician is like? You just take one thing and shove it into another thing and hope it works. No, not puzzle time. Oh no, puzzle time. I mean, fantastic, puzzle time. The thing that I'm an expert in. This will not end badly at all. Okay. Can I just start plugging you into things? Do you want to go into here? I'm gonna let you go. What about you? What can I put you... Oh. Well, it would help if I was facing the plug. Do you want to go into here then? Will you fit into there? And if I put you back... Can I put you back into here?
It's got power now.
There we go. I broke it first, but then I fixed it. We get there in the end, everyone. There is no power now, or there is power now, did you say? I totally wasn't paying attention. No, okay. Let me see. So you've got these 3 cords. You've got... Can something go into that? That looks like something can go into that. Come here. Can you fit in over here?
I did something.
Yes!
Door opened up.
That legitimately feels like me every day of my life. I did something. The sparky cables have power. Okay, excellent, excellent. And basically, but usually more matching colors. Ah, fair enough, Canadian. That the colors are a little bit more showing. Cal the breaker finder. Exactly, Robert. Just keep breaking it. It's fine. It sounded like a door opened up behind me, didn't it? You're just pretty lights, aren't you? Okay, so where was this door that opened? Let me see. It sounded like I heard something open up behind me, but I could be wrong and I could just be walking. Oh, hang on. You look like a door. Hi. Let me smash. Oh, okay. Are you dead? Are you fine like this? Is this how you want to be? I mean, you obviously don't have much choice now. What a stupid door I found. I mean, it's just some dead bugs, but that's okay. I don't have a lightsaber. Can I do anything? Let me have a look at the map. I don't have the map because I don't have BJF. Oh no. I feel so weak without my companion. Does the game not realize that I'm reliant on them? I can't blow you up. So, obviously that opens a door. Does that mean I have the wrong combination there? Being better, unfortunately called the modern plague. Oh gosh, that's not fantastic, Mad March. I definitely hope it goes away soon. By recovering bit by bit. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't hang around too long. That definitely sucks. Oh gosh, well. I am stumped on this puzzle. Because That had power, that had power. That's obviously plugged into there. Can I... That doesn't take a thing, does it? It doesn't look like it will. Because the others have had little slots in them. But on saying that, if I take you out, because you're opening a cage, what about if I plugged you into like... Hang on. Yes. Can I... Cal, let go of it. Grab this. Grab it. Cal. Grab it. Now put it into here. Thank you. Now go grab this one. And now put it into here. Did that do anything? I can hear something making noise. In the bag right now. That was fast. Well, the problem is that there's not a way forward, Barry. Was I not supposed to plug in things that way? So is that meant to... So this is meant to... Hang on, maybe there was another door. Hang on, let me pull you out. We'll put you back into here. Because it does kind of look like I'm plugging it into itself there, doesn't it? Like that's its own power source. So we are agreed then, in this democracy of voting, that this is supposed to come over here. You've got how to do... That's fair enough. So... The sparkly ones have power. So those cords have power. There's nothing else for me to plug into. I really want B-Jeff here because he would hack into that. I miss my little cocaine addict. Are you open now? Oh wait, hang on. This is open. Never mind, everyone. There was a door here all along. That's okay. We just really were thoroughly playing with the plugs. It turns out Cal actually has the mind of a preschooler and he just really likes putting like, you know, square block and square hole type thing. Okay, so we've gone through.
Feels
now,
like I'm being watched.
You're so cute. You're so cute. Come here. Oh, he went away. Well, I think, well, obviously we're onto another part here. I can't get that, but I should tell you the interesting fact that Corvus redeemed. Before I absolutely forget that he redeemed that. So, the interesting fact. Now, between the 15th and 18th century in England, approximately 500 people were executed due to witchcraft. And I'm going to tell you about the man who was responsible for 20% of those deaths in about 2 years. He also beat the previous record of 160 years in his 2-year reign. Like, of all the people he murdered, he beat the previous 160 years during that 2 years. His name was Matthew Hopkins, and he was born in 1620-ish. I say ish because they know he couldn't have been born before 1620, but they're not exactly sure of his date of birth. So basically, Matthew Hopkins is born, and he's born into a family that his father is a local vicar. He's very loved by his parishioners and everything. And his parishioners leave his father a bunch of money, and so eventually when Matthew's father decides that he wants to cark it, Matthew gets an inheritance. And so he moves off into basically a big English city, and he decides to make himself a gentleman. And so he's now a gentleman, and he grows a little bit bored because in 1644 he decides to become a witch hunter. Now, or a witch finder as they were also known. For those who don't know, basically what would happen is between like the 15th and 18th century, you could be a witch finder and you would get paid. So you'd basically turn up to a spot and you would go, yo-ho, that woman's a witch, give me some money. And people would be like, thank you for finding the evil, we will kill her now. And you get money and she gets to be dead. And so Matthew got in on that trade. Now, because basically in 1612 there was something called the Lancaster witch trials. You couldn't just accuse a woman, so you couldn't just like walk up and be like, yo ho, this thought won't sleep with me, therefore she must be a witch. You actually had to also prove that she was a witch. And so Matthew actually created quite a few different tools for that. He started his whole thing basically in 1644. He accused about 23 women of being witches, and he explained that he had overheard them basically communing about their time with the devil, like just having a catch up with everyone about their meetings with the devil, which I just find absolutely hilarious as a concept. Like, he's just listening in at like the edge of this door of a hut where all these women are in, and they're like, oh Margaret, how are you going? How was your time with the devil? Lovely, Daisy, we had tea, it was fantastic. Side note, if you're meeting up with the devil for like devil shenanigans because you're one of his, you know, minions, what kind of snacks do you think the devil serves? Because obviously you could go with something like cliche, like, you know, flaming hot Cheetos or something, but I don't know. I like to think that the devil would probably serve you something really classy. He's meant to seduce you. Like for Jeff, he'd probably just give him literal finger sandwiches. But let me know, guys, what you think the devil would serve you. Anyway, Matthew hears these 23 women and he reports them all, and he's like, they're witches, and I can prove it. He does. 19 of them get executed. The other 4 end up basically wasting away in prison. So what he would actually do as techniques to basically show it, now you can't, interesting thing, you're not actually allowed to torture people to get a confession. Torture people, because torture is a very liberal word back in the 17th century where Matthew is on his little witch hunt. So you were allowed to deprive people of sleep, you were allowed to dunk them in water, you were allowed to tie them in uncomfortable positions. And yes, that last one doesn't sound like a torture, but imagine being tied in a really, really uncomfortable position for a very long time. So you could get away with things like that. Oddly enough, Matthew's shenanigans is actually one of the reasons, and if you've seen Monty Python, you kind of know about this particular thing a little bit, as it makes fun of it, the swim test. Now, the swim test is where you tie a person to a chair and you throw the chair in the water. The concept being that because the witch has renounced her baptism, the water will reject her and the chair will float. If anyone who has a basic concept of physics knows if you have the right materials, this chair is going to float regardless. You can easily rig it. Now, in 1645, they actually made that an illegal way to interrogate people and to prove someone was a witch, because this is fun. You have to ask their consent first. And Matthew refused to ask people their consent before he tied them to a chair and threw them into the water. So in 1645, they banned that. But the other lovely thing is you could also find there was like meant to be physical proof on them. So a woman might have a weird mole or a third nipple, or in some cases, an entire third breast. So, you know, Matthew would basically walk up to him and be like, show me your top, get tied to this chair. So those are fun things he got to interview people with. But other than that, especially after they outlawed his wonderful chair technique, he actually was, now these techniques he used had been around for a while, but some people credit Matthew with being like, you know, honing them. So you'd have like the needle test, and that would be where you got a needle and used a very sharp needle to prick someone who you weren't accusing of being a witch. And the concept being witches wouldn't bleed if you cut them. Then you did a sleight of hand trick and you took a blunt needle and you went and you poked the person you are accusing of being a witch. And now, because since she's not bleeding, everyone's like, it's a witch. They also had these knives that not the entire blade would retract, but just certain parts. So you would pretend to cut off a witch's tongue. Obviously the knife blade would retract on that part and no blood would come out. And they even had like fake needles where they would like actual like needles to try and draw blood, where the part of it would actually collapse, the needle part that would prick into you. So we had a bunch of interesting things like that. Now, you might wonder, again, between 1644 and 1646, he got about 100 people killed. So that's 50 people a year on average. Now you might be wondering, like, why was no one looking into this? That's a lot of people, especially for the fact that that's 20% between the 15th and 18th century. That's a long time span. It was because during 1642 to 1651, the English Civil War was going on. So everyone was kind of busy, and so the only actual people who were really dishing out the law were justices of the peace. And those are, for concept today, if if you ever need to get something witnessed, like a medical certificate, you can go to like your pharmacy or post office, and a justice of the peace will be like, yes, you're a person and you have evidence, tick, and that's all the training they needed. Those people were in charge of the witch trials during this era. So he got away with it for a long time, until 1647, when he decided to retire because suddenly a lot of people were very interested in what was effectively a mass murderer. But any investigations to him actually came to a halt because in 1647 he did die of tuberculosis, but not before creating the book called The Discovery of Witches, which he released and was used for hundreds of years to come as ways to find witches, including, oddly enough, in the Salem witch trial, which I absolutely love as his lasting legacy just before he himself died. And my absolute favorite part from the book that I've read that he wrote is he wrote this line: "I did not travel far for my experience." And that's just it. And I just love that because it's such a bold brag. Like, I have very little experience outside of England. Anyway, Corvus, I do hope you deeply enjoy Matthew Hopkins, the wonderful witch hunter responsible for killing at least 100 people. And let me just make sure I catch up on the comments. And hello, Dad. Yes, paid to lie essentially is the idea. In the shape of a hand and onions as fingernails. Oh my god, what? Oh, right, there you go, Canadian. That took me a moment. I was like, what is that comment? Meatloaf in the shape of a hand and onions as fingernails. Look, not the worst thing, but I like that. And Man March, devil food cake. Devil food cake. Like fairy, like fairy cakes, but devil? Ooh, but it sounds like torture to me. It does, doesn't it, Sophie? Does that make ducks witches? It does, Corvus. Ducks are secret witches. They've gotten away with it for centuries. If only Matthew Hannah died, maybe his second book would have been Waterfowl. How they are truly foul. And hello, Former. You want force pull? That's actually very handy that you called for force pull. Ta-da! Force pull it is. How are you going? The act of she's sending for nefarious means. It's foul. Chicanery for nefarious means. I like this. It is foul. The foul behavior of the foul. Now where am I meant to be putting you? I have you here. Can I just jam you? I feel like a teenager on their first time. Can I just jam this anywhere I want? But probably not. Oh, I think it wants me to go over there. Examine. Can I take you down here? I'm just going to let you go. Can I? Goodbye. What's down here? Have I gone through this particular area? I don't know. I can't slot anything into there. Let's keep going. I'm just very aware of what I'm saying now. And let's go over here and down. So, oh wait, no, I see. Wait, no, weren't you already plugged in there? Wasn't this already plugged into that hole? Am I excited over?
BD? BD1? Is that you?
Is it?
I found you.
Come here.
Are you okay?
Are you dead? No. Come here.
Get you out of there.
The slits are really small, dude. He doesn't need to actually. It looks like there's a, look, can I? Okay, so there's chunks of animals falling down. Oh, right, so that turns on that portal there. So, I'm assuming that I want, okay, what about if I take this out? Can I swing over? Yes, I can. So I'm thinking if I swing into that ledge there. Yes, there we go. Okay, well, I've made the situation slightly worse. Hello, dead bodies, how are you? Are you going, how did you get in here? What possible use could I want down here? Could you come back? Thank you. Well, I can swing super high. That's nice to know. What else are we going to figure out? I'm just, ooh, hang on, that looked like a thing up there, didn't it? Ah, yes, that looks like a ledge. So come back. Oh, or maybe not. And now let's try swinging again. And see if we can't, because I'm thinking if I can get up there, I probably should have gone higher. I'm like hunching over. Hang on. Okay. I like how this part, oh god. I was about to be like, I like how this part has all these dead bodies flowing down, but then I immediately run into them. Can I climb up higher, maybe? Go, Cal, go! Now face the other direction. Yes! Excellent, there we are. Third, oh wait, hang on, come back. You, Cord, to me. Thank you. Okay, force pull is very, very handy. I wish I had force pull in life. That would be absolutely brilliant. I'm gonna go down this hole. No questions asked. Yes! A cinematic! Hello! My little friend!
Hey! Oh, I'm happy to see you too.
Do you have my lightsaber?
Let's get that restraining bolt off of you. Jerks.
Come, my little friend.
Poor droids. Let's get out of here before the same happens to us.
No, B-Jeff, take them over like a zombie corpse army of droids. It is the way. That would be absolutely terrifying. Can I? Oh God, that kind of went over him then. Kind of clever, not gonna lie. They are very clever, Sovi. I'm actually very much enjoying it. If anyone, I have to say, Immortals Phoenix Rising, if anyone actually is like looking at this and they're enjoying the puzzles, I think you would definitely enjoy Immortals Phoenix Rising, which is a fantastic game, and you can get the demo for free, and I highly recommend it, especially if you like Greek culture. And I have brought that up so many times, and I will continue to bring it up until another person has played it, damn it. Okay. So we're back out here. Now where do you want to go? Oh, you've got my map again! Map me up. Map me up. This way. Okay. Let's go, B-Jeff. I need to go find my lightsaber, or just go steal another one. Maybe. That would also be good. Cyber cordyceps law. I know, the cybers, they're the best. Just... Yes, we missed you very much, B-Jeff. B-Jeff, look! Have a hit of your precious electricity. What do I think? I think he can hack it. What do you think, Cal? Like, come on, we've been here. We've done this. Other ways out. So that's just all red now. Oh, hang on. Touch this, B-Jeff. Can you... Oh, wait. I think I'm just getting excited over nothing here. Nope. Touch this. I knew there was something. More electricity. Feed the B-Jeff. See, if you have a minion like this and they've got an addiction and you want to reward them, it makes it super easy for you because you can just easily feed that addiction and be like, good minion. Here's your electricity. I think I just powered something up. I should really concentrate on what I'm doing. Oh, okay, so that's... Hang on a second, let me just... Oh, okay. Oh no, what's happened? Okay. Oh gosh, alright. Barry, let me know if something's going there. I just tried to read what happened, but it showed comments from like a previous stream, and I got very confused as to the subject matter of things. Okay. Oh, yes. Unfortunately, former JeffBot, if it recognizes anything as an outside link, it activates apparently like Angie mode. I think it's gotten Sovi a few times and a few others as well, actually. Yes.
Plug something in here?
Didn't I not just plug you in, B-Jeff? I looked away. Hang on. You touched that, so that's now on. So that has power. So that means you probably want to go into the center because you seem to open up... Kate, come here. Come here. Now, I'm going to put you into here. Can I put you into here? I probably can't, can I? What? Oh, wait, no. Hang on. Yes, so maybe if I do it like this, I take you, and now you go into here. Yes, you go in, and now I take you back. And I plug you back into yourself? Or that? Did that do anything, B-Jeff?
BD?
I like how the hints are not really hints at all. Oh, it worked! Yes! It's like, I have to say, the one thing that I think is a bit weak is the hints in the game. Because they're not really hints so much as stating what you already know. What the heck is going on? This seems like it's an exciting part. JeffBot is doing a good job. He's good boy. Hey Barry, I saw your messages towards JeffBot at the start, calling him out. Poor JeffBot. This sounds epic. Let's save. Very rock music, isn't it? So let's go into a calming save scene. The perfect spot. Brilliant. So, we have more health. What JeffBot and I talk about in private is our own business. Should I be worried about you and JeffBot, Barry? Does JeffBot need help? Calling him lazy. Oh! Hi. Very, very big.
Finally, here I am.
Hello.
We had action on how long it would take me to get here.
Can you follow me?
Who am I? I'm so formal.
Just very quickly. Imagine you're this dude and you've got this stadium full of people and you've got this Jedi coming and you are hyped. You have the rock music going. You have everyone chanting and clapping and being like, murder, murder, and all the fun stuff. And then the Jedi comes out and you're on your big hollow thing and you're caped just like this. You're caped, you're dressed up, you're ready to go. And he runs under your feet behind your hologram, and instead of being a really menacing like thing looming over him being like, oh, I'm like the giant Wizard of Oz, scary, yes, instead he's beneath you and now you just look like a giant parade float above him. It really takes out the oomph of his plan, doesn't it?
You have greasy forearms to thank for bringing us together.
Look at me.
I will.
Can you see me?
Get out of
How's your plan going, buddy?
We have a special challenger for you tonight. And Poncho from a fine gone
I'm gonna walk in front. Here we are.
Jedi.
Hi!
Let's see.
I am the Jedi. Goodbye.
Somebody get baby his toy.
Hello. But I don't have a lightsaber. Oh, no, I do now.
I'll give you a show.
Let's go.
I smell blood.
And hello, Greg. How are you going? I hope well. And hello, Mr. Gunny as well. Hang on. I just see there's some comments that I was ignoring you or I was ranting. I'm so sorry. The song is called Sigan Asana, and it's by the Mongolian metal band The Who. They are, I think Lunch Snake actually linked us to quite a few because they do quite a few tracks for this game, don't they? It's quite good. And yes, hello, Mr. Gunny, and Greg as well. The locked up with you in Talos' cage. Is Jeffbot locked? Yes, Sophie. Jeffbot now is with me. We are together. Oh god, hang on. Okay, so that was called Jeffing and chatting. Oh god, hang on. Wait a second. No. The toad is pretty easy. Could you all? Oh god. Could you eat them? I wanted to eat one of the bugs. Because that would be amusing to me. Do. What a banger. Can I? Oh, yes, that's what I thought. So that can... I was wanting it to explode on him. Yeah, there it goes. It can explode. Oh god, okay, stingy. Oh, okay, you're gonna explode, dude? Yes, no? It looks like he's about to. I know he's is. Hang on. Let's just finish you off. There we go. I was hoping we could get them buzzing and stuff. Oh, documentary time. Okay, excellent. And hello, Ozzy, as well. How many Jeff bucks for you to eat a pickle? Oh, dear Lord. No. I know that some people hate when people eat stuff on the microphone, and I'm kind of in that camp, so I won't do that to people. But just claiming them until she's sick. Oh god. But yeah, why not with the eating on the thing? It's specifically because there's a group of people who get very affected by hearing that, and I also don't really like it, so it's just something I don't do because it's just, yeah. Anyway, documentary time, everyone. Oh god, this is going to be interesting. It's in a fight. So, here we go. Here we are, joining the wild Jedi Jeff in the middle of a giant arena. As you can see, a classic plot that happens in many Star Wars films. The hero has been put into some sort of beast cave to fight the beast forms. More unusual though, it seems to be more of a modern rock band playing in the background, as opposed to just Star Wars Cantina, which is really the only music that can usually be heard when watching a Star Wars film, whether it's playing or not. In this case instead, we have music from a Mongolian band. We see the wild Jeff now looking at the bugs and walking away. It's rolling through acid. Has it learned that the acid is bad yet? It has not. Instead, it has continued to roll. Some might think that the wild Star Wars Jeff is in fact broken, but some have also said that in fact it could be gathering intel. Oh, it looks like it's going for a strike. It's definitely had some acid on it. Oh, it's fighting back. Interesting. But it looks like more animals are coming into the cage. The giant one-eyed, well, phallic-looking creatures are definitely interesting. They're different. And the rats here as well. There are many, many tiny minions in this field. The Star Wars character is mildly seeming to panic. Perhaps we can overhear the commentary and it's becoming a tad distracted. We'll never truly know what happens in these majestic creatures' minds. All we can really concentrate on is as they dwell. Oh, there we are. One of the rat things that we have observed on the travels seems to be in the pen. One of the more fascinating and underestimated creatures, often burrowing out and attacking the Jedi when least expecting it, but usually due to the boldness of the Jedi itself. Here we see flailing motion. Yes, flailing. Now, some have mistaken the abilities of the Jedi as actual skill, but we can affirm you that after many, many hours of research, it is in fact sheer luck of button mashing that things get done. Oh, it looks like the Jedi has employed a power of some sorts, slowing down the giant spider for an almost useless avail, and now the Jeff has been stuck. Two enemies attacking at once. The fight is definitely ramping up. A pity that these creatures don't seem to want to fight each other, as had been earlier observed in some different areas where troopers would fight the animals. Oh, once again, we see Star Wars Jeff stuck, and once again, reverting to this rolling-like behavior. An interesting technique, and one that speaks to the sheer athletical strength of our specimen that we are observing in this cave. And here comes a spider, once again attacking. These interesting creatures have been known to particularly like Sir Mix-a-Lot's songs. I like big butts. We have seen them dance in the wild to it many a time. It is largely attributed to their large abdomen. If we could... It is a pity we cannot have the song just immediately start to play. For surely that would entertain the wild Jeff. Oh, it looks like the Jeff is coming in for an attack, but has the wild Jeff bitten off more than it? Nope, it seems to have actually managed to murder one. Fascinating, and now it's going for the big guy. Has the wild Jeff actually decided to try and use some sort of strategy in the fight? This is a formerly unheard of concept. The Jeff actually striking out with attempts to fight. What a curious manner of which we find ourselves. Oh no, and here it is, the enemy striking rather harshly with the red ability. One might call a bit of a bull power on the enemy's part, as it cannot be dodged. However, upon saying that, it's not exactly like we see the wild Jeff often deploying the dodge ability. Mainly just this curious rolling move, which by chance seems to take it out of danger's path. Some have actually said that the rolling is not defensive or on purpose, and it is in fact actually some sort of tick that the wild Jedi Jeff finds himself inflicted with. Unfortunately, all of the specimens we've seen thus far have been brutally murdered and thus have not been able to have their corpses taken apart for science, so we'll never truly know if it is a wild tick causing the B-Jeff to roll constantly away, or whether it is actually a defensive technique. Nothing attacks, and for a moment, the wild Star Wars Jeff seems confident in their abilities. Just walking around the arena in circles, once again showing behavior that some may call insane, others may call logical. It is unknown. And here we are. The evil bounty hunter that put our precious Jeff here has entered the ring. A dangerous creature, mainly seeming to spam lasers and a light and some sort of strange electrical ball. Oh, a shield has come out to play. That's a bit bull. And that would be our 5 minutes. Okay, sorry about that. That wasn't a fantastic documentary time there, Sophie. My apologies. Usually they're a bit better. I was half distracted there, but I hope you enjoyed regardless. Let me just quickly catch up on comments. And hello, Lemons. How are you going? Oh, and the Jeff aside. Yes, great. Unfortunately, we can't really do that. Barry, did you refund? Am I getting a hang on? Let me actually read what you guys are saying in order as opposed to apparently cherry picking comments. For whatever reason I do that. Who love the sound of crunching chips. That love the sound of crunching chips. It's a nice sound. But no, why I weren't speaking to the mic? Yeah, no, yeah, nah, not my thing. I also just don't really enjoy watching people eat on stream. Like, I don't mind, like, Canadian, when you did that challenge where you were eating the wasabi pills on stream. I don't mind it when it's like a challenge, but I'm not really a big fan of just watching people eat on stream. Oh, yes, that's a new button, yes. So with that one, Greg, Yes, he refunded. Excellent. So the idea of that is if we have a hard, tough game, so like New Vegas, Oblivion, or anything like that, you can hit it and basically I save the game and I go on a murder spree. We can't really do that exactly in Star Wars, unfortunately, because everything's already being murdered. And yes, Lemons, you did come in during documentary time. Oh, you thought it was a suicide bar? Oh my god, Craig, I just yeet my character off. It does make sense though. I go through life. Greg, you and I sound like we go through life about the same. We read as little as possible and just hope for the best. Seems incredibly unsafe. It does, doesn't it? It seems incredibly unsafe. It's never used Star Wars Jedi fights would be using the Force to push the power button on the other guy's lightsaber. That would be handy. You have to assume they're constantly in a mental battle. That was amazing. What was amazing, Barry? Oh, you enjoy Fantastic. You don't need refunds. I only just came in, but oh, no problems at all, Lemons. Thanks so much for jumping by and have a fantastic rest of your time zone. Cherry picking random comments are the best way to read things out. I know, right, Canadian? You get very lost out of the context. Mum always told me you are what you eat, so I started eating mushrooms every day. I want to be a fun guy. I love it, Former. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Okay. All right.
You want survive.
Oh, God. Okay, I really hate that shield ability. Can I hit you at all?
Can't run forever.
Oh, I know what I was doing wrong. Hang on. Yes, there we are. I was trying to,
Keep it up.
instead of force blocking, instead of slowing his ability, I accidentally, when he went into the shield, I was accidentally trying to, oh god. Oh good lord, we're not gonna make this. Yep, alright, that's fine. That's fine, we can do it again, everyone. We'll respawn. Alright, this is an interesting fight. This is a very interesting one. Okie dokie. Here we go. Try again. Let's see what happens there. Okay. If it loads. Hopefully it loads. I like this fight. It's very different. Though I'm sure we'll get like tediously over fighting all the little animals. Oh god, I thought it was going to make us... Oh no, we're just against him. Excellent. Hang on. Can I...
Doing all right, PD?
There we are.
Here.
Can you keep doing that? I thought we were going to have to go through the whole fight again. I should have just died earlier.
Oh, gotta be careful.
Like that's... Oh god, okay.
What does this?
I'm getting way too cocky with him now that I know that I've got like that life.
I'm the better fighter. Don't clip me.
Like I honestly thought it was going to be a pain and like not a pain but like make us actually travel the whole thing again, but this feels a little bit cheesy, doesn't it? Like just letting me straight up fight him again. That was... Unless like there's more and I'm getting way ahead of myself. Oh yeah, the banger music is still going. Now I have concerns. Oh wait, no, is that it? Oh. Oh, hang on. Okay. Well. Okay. We've made a new enemy, everyone. Excellent. Do it all again? Yeah, I guess not. Captain Mad Chops indeed, Greg, apparently. I assumed that the Jedi lady was like, just go save. Like, that was a great way to save, just crash land in, right? It is Former. We do eat kangaroo. It's very good for the heart.
Okay.
Yeah, a complication we could have avoided. Luckily, we found you.
We have another complication. The Empire knows about the holocron.
That's not good.
It is not. Especially because you were lying.
Risk.
And I had a nice chat with the second sister.
Yorf. You know, that lady you told me you abandoned?
What did she tell you?
She told me you betrayed her to the Empire. Is it true?
She'll say anything to jeopardize this mission.
Is it true?
I love when like they just like try to like...
She's my apprentice. before the purge.
You should have told me.
We're getting an encrypted message from Kashyyyk.
Like, she hasn't said she hasn't betrayed her. That's the thing. Like, she obviously betrayed her.
Mari.
Cal, we found Tarful, and he is willing to meet you. But that's not all. The Empire overran our position at the refinery.
Oh no.
Saw retreated off-world.
But all those
Some of us
half-starved
joined the
Wookiees,
fighters
why
in the
didn't you use
forest.
them?
Be careful.
You could have built like a really good wall out of them. They were quite tall.
Later.
Later.
Later you tell me how you're
Never
actually
leave.
secretly evil.
This is fine. Everything is gonna be fine.
He's very calm, isn't he?
Hey, kid. Hey. Wake up. Can we talk?
What?
Can we talk? I don't know what's going on between you and her. I mean, I figure it's some kind of Jedi thing, but I don't think this is.
Imagine being
Not
woken.
any of your business.
I don't feel it's the right time to like fight about the Force. Like,
my
what?
business.
When is it the right time to
You're
confront
wrong,
someone
Mr.
about betraying
Brown.
people? After you've been betrayed?
Hey, Cal. I made a mistake, and I almost got you killed.
What? When?
I'm sorry.
What?
Maybe
What have
we all
I missed?
make mistakes, right? Well, maybe not you.
Well, I've not murdered you, and that's seeming like more and more of a mistake.
I'm not saying do it for me, but you two are the best thing that ever happened in my life.
When did...
Before you came along, all I cared about was a tight hand on a stiff heater. That's a game term.
I know what it is.
Did I miss part of the heartwarming story where they were friends? Because last I remember Mr. Muffin Chop, like, you know, like this guy just like
You two, all I cared about was myself.
being really mean to B. Jeff. Mutton chops, not muffin.
Now it's different.
Just muffins on his face. Like, I know that occasionally I'll chat to you guys and I'll miss parts of a plot, but suddenly that seems to have taken on a whole different meaning, like a different thing than I realized. So I mildly care. Okay, hang on. I hate birds and want less of them in the world. No, Greg! No, but birds are an important part of the ecosystem. Don't you feel jumpy after eating kangaroo? Nice, Former. Nice. Literally just drive around a ute to hunt them. This is correct, Barry. They have to do that because of overpopulation of them. Birds excluded. Birds excluded. If it helps, Greg, the kangaroos only really hop on two legs. They spend a lot of time when they're walking around sort of doing it more on four. I love mentioning maybe I'd like a kangaroo. It's pretty good, Shin. It's not bad. It can be quite tough, so you have to cook it well. But it's more beef. Yeah, it's kind of beef, basically. Heard birds actually, drones in America. Yes, the birds are actually drones, spy drones. I think with the smartphones nowadays, drone spying is probably harder work. This is true. Yeah, I'm mildly, like, surprised with... Because I didn't, like, again, when is a good time... If you found out that the person you're working with betrayed their last person in your position, when would you say is the best time to confront them? Because I feel like, as soon as possible is the best time to confront them. Instead of, like, you know, not confronting them. No, those are ugly. And Mutton Chops is really friendly now. Jedi can't hold grudges. True, but technically, am I still a Jedi if I'm a Jedi on the run? I guess I have said that I was, haven't I? My soccer cleats in high school were kangaroo leather. I don't know if it made them special or not. Did you have a bit of an extra bounce in your step, Greg? In the prison said that he could thank our greasy friend for being here. So, What, is he just refused? Like, is he just saying his mistake was taking me aboard his ship in the first place? Is that what it is? Like, his mistake was taking me on this and that's almost got me killed? But then, how am I the best thing that's happened in his life? Like, so far, I've taken him back to a planet he hates and sat outside for a minute torturing him. Because he hates the planet. And then other than that, I've just watched him flirt with the woman, mainly. So I'm confused as to why we're suddenly the best of friends. I'll guess for plot reasons.
Cordova had supplies hidden all over Bogano.
Quit the Jedi Academy, so it seems like they know how to... Exactly, Greg. They definitely do. So... we want to go here for the main objective. Now... with this, my understanding, I get cool stuff if I go back, but it would be better if I tried to get all of my abilities possible before I go back to explore the other planets. Is that correct? Maybe he did form one. Maybe I was like, he was like, finally, like he's a masochist and no one else gets that he's a masochist except Carl. And he's like, finally someone who gets me. And I just unintentionally was bringing him a lot of joy. It's still torture if they sign a consent form. This is true, Greg. Is it still torture? You missed the torture part. Oh, well, basically, it was a planet. There was one of these planets. He's like, don't go there. I hate it. So I took him there and I just, like, walked outside the ship for a minute before we went and we did the actual plot. So it wasn't an actual, literal torture scene. I think that they would probably make us actually be the baddies. Have you guys seen that wonderful clip where it's the two people and they're like, are we the baddies?
I still get a thrill watching the games.
Hello?
As long as you keep your habits in check.
Because I do want to go discover the other stuff on the planets. I just want to try and do that more efficiently than going back and forth on them.
We're talking pure entertainment.
Dothmere? Is that where we're going now?
Just slick moves and brute force.
That's not torture, this is a bad cab ride.
Something so barbaric.
Am I?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it is true. Totally barbaric.
Are these the moments where we bond?
Kind of entertaining.
Because I'm not really bonding. I've said nothing.
Sit down, kid, it's time to land.
Maybe he just enjoys that. Maybe, like, as we're landing, he creates fantasies, because he keeps calling me kid. Maybe he creates fantasies of being my father, and we have, like, this really deep relationship on his end, and Cal just is very unaware of it. Like, you know when someone gets overly attached to somebody else, and the other person doesn't realize that they've got a friendship? Is that what's happened with Cal and this guy? Like, the other guy's like there and he's got like a do it for him board with like various pictures of Cal up there, and he's got like B Jeff and he's scratched out B Jeff's eyes, and he's like got B Jeff on a dartboard, and he's just like, evil best friend taking my precious Cal from me. Is that like maybe the situation that's happened here? Let's go. All my homies hate Dathomir. Best photo order is Jensari, or was before Disney. Also, this isn't Darth Maul. Yes, no, I wasn't going to Darth Maul. I was going to where it said the next thing on the mission was, Shin. But I think I saw your Darth Maul thing after that. Or was a Cow Shrine complete with a head? Oh, exactly, Greg. He has like this precious little thing just set up for me. This is Kashyyyk, because this is where the next mission is. If out of your hair that way, I promise. He's just there with a pair of scissors. Star Wars was much cooler before Disney. This we can all agree, I think. I do not like the retcon of the universe. I've gone on about how they destroyed Mara Jade, and that is one of the worst things that Disney has ever done. Hi.
If you're not ready to leave, don't bother me.
Dude, this is what I mean. This is what I mean with Grease. Like, where did this affection come from? I'm sure that there's not a do it for him board in here. Hang on. Surely there's not. Why he's not here? We're just going to have a quick look. So, are you saying, Shin, that you want me to go to Dathomir instead of Kashyyyk? Is that actually what you're saying? Oh, yeah, Dathomir is like, okay, go there later. Because, I'm not going back to the other planets yet to explore, simply because I want to get all the abilities I can before I do, so I can just find all the secrets in one go type thing, as opposed to going back and forth. Unless you guys are like, no, that's a terrible way to do it. Go now. Okay, I'm not seeing a do it for him board anywhere. All right, he's obviously got it on his person. Come on, B Jeff. Let's go buy our stalker again. And hello, evil woman.
We'll talk later.
Really? I feel like we should talk now, but that's fine. Don't go there yet. Okay, excellent, excellent. All right, so where do we want to actually go on our lovely map, everyone? Ooh, hang on. I thought that this was where we wanted to go, but I'm not seeing our main objective anywhere. What? Am I missing the person to talk to here? Hang on, what is our mission? Meet Tuffle and Marky on Kashyyyk. Oh, they're over here. Never mind. Our objective is right here, everyone. Hello. Oh. I do love how many times I've just not walked far enough to ping the next point. And in the Shadowland via the overgrown pass. You're not looking as starved.
Mari said you were overrun. I didn't realize it would be this bad.
It's always this bad with the Empire. But there's still a chance for your quest.
I know that Chewbacca just had the little belt thing, right? He didn't really have a lot on. Shh, woman, I am talking now. I know that Chewbacca just had the little belt thing, but it just seems so weird to see a naked Wookiee. I made the mistake of going there to get my double-bladed lightsaber. The enemy hit hard and okay, and a tricky to fight. Okay, fantastic. This is making me have questions about myself that I don't have answers to, but I wish Wookiees wore jean shorts. I know, Greg, I know. Isn't it, like, there's just something about this view that you feel like just maybe a pair of pants or something. Like, Wookiees make you feel very old school Victorian, as if, like, oh, a table leg, cover it up. But, like, with the Wookiee, just like a belt or something. Like, just something. Because you know, I think it's because you know they're naked. Like, even though you can't see anything, every time you see a Wookiee, you know they're naked, and you also know that they're sentient beings, as is everyone else in the Star Wars universe that you're talking to. But everyone else is wearing clothes. Why do Wookiees get to be nudists? This is the question that Star Wars Disney needs to answer this. Why are Wookiees allowed to be nudists? This needs to be explained. Anyway, let's leave the nudists alone and go on. Nope, we're going back this way. Goodbye. Jorts. They got hairy pants. They're naked and are either all women or... well, or Greg. It's a very thick thatch of fur. Let's go down. It turns out Wookiees actually aren't mammalian. In fact, that could be the thing. Maybe... because that's the thing. We don't actually know how Wookiees breed, do we? Why does it say I can go down there? Nope. I don't think we know how Wookiees... do we know how Wookiees breed? Here we go. Because what if it's something like Wookiees lay an egg and it's like... they fertilize... oh god, no. So a popular way that animals in the ocean will breed is they will go up and they'll just release their eggs everywhere. And the eggs will basically summon the males, and the males will come and they'll just release their sperm. Imagine if that's how Wookiees breed, but in the Kashyyyk trees. Like, it's just a giant gel thing of foam eggs that the woman just, like, in an area. And then all the Wookiees just come and inseminate those eggs, and then they go off, and that's actually how Wookiees mate. Anyway, fun disturbing thoughts with Talasan. Let's keep going. Let me see what's happening in the comments. They all probably have small teeth. I made certain Twi'leks get to be nudists too. Well, you're referring to the ones Jabba owns? Calling them childlike is an insult to children. A lot of Twi'leks do shin. Like a platypus, a male with a leg is like, no, I don't like ocean stuff. This is a mental image I needed. Do you mean didn't need? Nasty corpus. I saw a fish orgy on planet Earth that just ruined nature for me. Greg, the ocean ruined nature for me. I know too much about it. Yummy. So that means there would be Wookiee caviar. Oh my god, yes! There would be Wookiee caviar! Oh no! What if you accidentally got fertilized Wookiee caviar and you go to open your caviar jar and there's like a half-formed Wookiee inside? What if we created... Anyway. Oh, there's caviar but hairy. Oh god, a hot delicacy. There is Ewok jerky. I would 100% believe that because I don't think the Ewoks count as a sentient being. They're just sort of aggressive teddy bears. Can you...
Having a good time, BD?
Are you having a good time, BD? Because I'm trying to find the way down. Oh wait, hang on, that looks like a thing. So, I've gotten absolutely confused, like... They are cannibals. Yes, they are, aren't they? Ewoks make clothes. Wait, didn't I come through the elevator though, Shin? Like, didn't I just come down that elevator? Is my confusion there? Or did I change that by touching a thing? Because I thought we just came through there. I've just gotten so distracted now. But let's go. Why not? Oh, there's a different elevator. Okay. Well, we're going back up. What fun times we're having, everyone. Because yes, we just came from here, didn't we? So we actually do want to go down. There we go. Down we go. I kept trying to buzz before that. Out of the veteran before they started to be considered sapient. After the Battle of Endor, the damn Ewoks. So, like this thing, right? Because I went up to it and BJF doesn't want to do anything. The elevator is just a part of the floor. Oh, it's just a part of the floor I need to walk on. Out here. Hang on. Ah, one of these things. Right. Thank you, Shin. Thank you. Yes, I was looking for a big thing. Okay. Right, they're in the floor. Dear Lord. Okay. Hi. Oh. I like how they have little names. It's cute. So you know who you murder before you do it. Oh, are there more? I really wish they could be touched at the edge.
You shouldn't have done that.
Oh god.
Oh, this will be easy.
Will it? Oh, actually, hang on. Yes, there we go. I've been wanting to do that for ages. I keep forgetting it's an ability I have. Can I lock onto you?
You don't concern me.
Well, never mind. Hang on. What is that ability you're using? You keep missing me with it. I assume it's a hurty one.
You won't survive.
Oh god, I think I interrupted. And we'll just take you out again. No. Oh god, I really should have just blocked that. Here we go. Bye-bye. Thank you. Okay. Pengo 2, teeth defeated. I feel like those fights are meant to feel more epic than they are. It took you a while to find that elevator. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Shin. Thank you for letting me know. Because I was like, where on earth is this little... Because you can see it pointing in a direction, but... Oh, can I go across you? I probably need to jump on that, don't I? There we go. And here is a save point, everyone. Brilliant. And meditate. Perfect. So we got a skill point, but we'll save up for 2. Use life force and stim canisters have been restored. Bully for us. Did I... Holding pull allows Cal to pull and hold most enemies. Large enemies can be yanked towards Cal. Canisters, that's 3 skill points. Really good though. No, I'm gonna save up because I want to throw a group of enemies back. So we'll save up. Alright, so we're trying to find these guys. I like how we're trying to find people and they've decided to go hide themselves. Like, guys, I'm trying to help you, but you're hiding. It makes it very hard. Oh, that's neat. Just going up the elevator and looking at ourselves. Lovely. There's a red door. I bet I'm probably gone the wrong direction because we want to go over there and I probably wanted to be down. And if I go back down and I follow and I jump through there, then hang on. Or if I go around here,
Incoming!
Hi. Oh, this area. Oh, you. We haven't had a hug boy in ages. I've missed you. Your hugs that get a little bit too familiar at times. I learned a new ability, boy. Look, hang on. Oh, I can't pull you yet. And I'm being choked. Maybe I miss him less now. Can I? Thank you. Oh, hang on. Oh. There we go.
Now, BD.
Look at him go! Let me love you! No, no one can love Cal but B. Jeff.
Unforeseen. Still resisting. Unwise.
I love their voice. I love their little lines. Still resisting. It's just that happy little droid tone. I think that's the best thing about droids. They always sound happy when they're murdering you, or just really amazingly robotically dead inside. And I want it painted black. No colors anymore. I want it painted black. Free hugs. That's a song, isn't it, Corvus? The lyrics, and I've now forgotten the name, but the song has like popped into my mind. Okay, so I don't think I actually... Did I want to... What? No, I don't want to be down here. We just came down here for a spot of murder, everyone. Felt like a good time to do it. Up we... Well, no, down we go. Okay, so we want to go down. There's our save point. We might as well hit it up again. We went through across there, but we want to go here. So if I go back... Okay, hang on. I definitely feel like a waypoint would be handy on this. Like, just to give you a bit of a tip as to which direction you want to go sometimes. But I guess if you play it enough, it would be pretty straightforward. Can I? Yes, I can. So I'll come down here. That was the wrong time to do that. That's okay. I'm really bad at timing that.
Get up here. Where is he?
Well. Oh my god. I hate this little cog. Damn it! Yes, go. Never look back. First time, guys. First try. Let's go with that. First try. Define something. There's nothing you can do to harm me. I know, right? I was thinking about Tess, and I remember that it's possible to start with 65 in skills in Morrowind, where the cap on skills without using buffs is 100. I'm not sure I understand. What is Tess? The Elder Scrolls, like just Elder Scrolls in total, so the cap on skills without using buffs is 100. Okay, this game needs a waypoint. Everyone I talk to has gotten lost multiple times in this. Toughest jump in the game. So everyone just gets very lost in it. Because a lot of them just, yeah, like, the map isn't the worst map I've encountered. I can read the map well enough. Why is it so hot in my gosh dang room? Hang on. Let me just, yeah, that's on, okay. It's not the hardest map I've read. Like, I'm actually able to read the map well, but you definitely kind of like which direction to get exactly where I want to go. I hate that little what? The little cog, that little thing. Yeah, but I meant specifically Morrowind. Oh, you're meaning specifically Morrowind. Okay. Every jump is the hardest. Mainly Corvus when the rope's involved. Talos needs upcease.
Yes, all right, got it.
Oh, hang on. No, go away. I hate you. You're boring. Oh no, okay, wait, I might like you. I was thinking there was an edge there for me to jump off of. Hang on, let me just lightly murder you. Thank you, bye. I thought that there was an edge that I was supposed to be able to get into here. Have I missed? Hang on. Huh. Can I balance on? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I thought that maybe we could go back that way. Yes, so I think definitely here is a point. Where everything is... Because I can't... I thought I would be able to drop down onto here. Yes, I can. Okay, I'm just being silly. Never mind, never mind. We could just lightly fall off the edge and it would be fine. Let's go, Cal. Let's run backwards. This is not awful to try and angle with my camera at all.
Thanks, BD.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm possibly not going the right direction, if only because... Okay, there we go. I was made a joke about the Blood Angels who joined Death Company using the song, and the other guy didn't know the song, and the joke flopped. I'm still angry about it. And you can start with 65 and like 2 skills with min-maxing. I imagine, what, like, is it just any 2 skills, Shin, or is it like specific skills? A playthrough of a platformer game. I do have Psychonauts on possibly the next table. Okay, I don't think this is the right... this cannot be correct, right? I cannot have to travel backwards here. That's not making sense. It's not, because I probably am in the wrong direction here. Dear Lord. Am I meant to have gone up here? You don't think I'm supposed to go this way as well, Shin? Okay, excellent. So... Oh my god. The chaos of where I'm supposed to go next. Because now I'm just going backwards, which just leads me to the start. Oh, I remember this jump now. See how often this memed about with the red primer? Red adds a warm tone beneath the black base coats. Snack will eventually turn into a midnight feast. Fair enough, Sovi. Let me know what snack turns into a feast. But thank you for the lurk. She did Savage Planet. That's true. I did do Savage Planet, which was a platformer. Did you raid the deep freezer? Okay. So we might as well hit the save again there after I've wasted all of that. Yeah, Journey to the Savage Planet. I think like Canadian, you mean more of a definitely heavy focus platformer type thing. Journey to the Savage Planet was a fun game. Oh god, okay. So I can jump. Maybe that... Maybe. Okay. So... Up we get. And if I go perhaps this way? Hang on, that might be it. Discover the forgotten Poncho. Oh yes, if you go into like your freezer and you're like, wait, how long have I had this ice cream for? And you look at it, you're like, ice cream doesn't go off, right? It's fine.
Sierra gave me your comm frequency.
Mari.
Hi.
Okay?
I'm safe, unlike too many of the others. Did Mariana give you our rendezvous coordinates?
She did. I'm on my way.
Good. We're just reaching them now, but we can't stay long. The Empire's looking for us.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Oh, I'll see you in 3 years. Goodbye. Psychonauts is good, but Def shows age in some areas, but widely creative in the worlds and lighthearted in story. Yeah, it's been recommended to me a few times now, so it definitely looks very interesting. Just scrape the ice off the top, all good. When you say it shows it's an aged Canadian, do you mean like... Oh, what specifically do you mean? Because I find sometimes people mean like, I don't think you necessarily mean graphics there, but do you mean like really outdated sort of techniques kind of used that a lot of games sort of got rid of later on? Or what specifically would you say is outdated there? Because I'm always very, very interested when people say something is outdated and it's not just about the graphics. Because I like to know the specifics of what they see, because the way that games have evolved to have like the different mechanics in them, I find very interesting. And I find it even more interesting when people are like, this is something that I've always loved, or this is something that I'm glad eventually got destroyed. So like waypoints, for example, was something that was eventually introduced that I think almost everyone was like, thank you for the waypoint, for an example, if that makes sense. I couldn't get into Psychonauts because of the lighthearted story. You needed something a bit more serious, Corvus? I don't do lighthearted anything. also be public service announcement. Put saran wrap over your ice cream tubs beneath the lid and pressed against the ice cream inside. The ice crystals will be on the plastic and not... That's really smart, Corvus. That is very smart. Finicky platforming, Shin? Okay. Some quality of life, some level design, and platforming is kind of janky. Okay, excellent. All right, so that's what I had suspected, Canadian. Okay, so that will definitely be interesting when I try it. Though I guess the one really good thing about having a janky game
Stay close, BD.
is that
These things look fast.
when you fail at it, you can be like, it is the game. The game is janky. And if you're someone like me with your low skill tier, you can be like, game, totally game. Whereas if you get like something that works really well, everyone's like, maybe not game. I'm just joking, but so not that they like destroy all humans does. I've got the updated Destroyed All Humans Corvus, which seemed like it would be fun to play, but do you reckon the remake's not worth it, or... still that game's a 9 out of 10, but I love platformers, so that's period. Fair enough, Canadian, so you're definitely sort of like biased on that particular, that avenue just based off of that. I just literally gained all of these abilities that I ignored. Never mind! Oh, the birdie! See, I have to say, I appreciate, Canadian, that you say, like, you're willing to say stuff like, you know, you love platforms from the, like just stuff like that, because you at least infer that you'll have a bias towards it, because I always appreciate people's opinions, especially when they come to you and explain why they're coming from a specific direction, because... like, one person who can, like, really, really love a game, like, for example, someone who hated platformers, if they just heard you go like, oh, I just love Psychonauts because it's a great game, they might hate it because, like, you know, they hate platformers. So I just really like when people actually give context towards their opinion and stuff, if that makes sense. I've said if that makes sense a lot tonight for some reason. It used to be like a go-to sentence I would always say, and I've had to try trade myself out of it, but apparently it's coming back in Storm tonight. A remake, it's damn near one-on-one. You played the original and the remake, it's damn near... Oh, really, Corvus? Just better graphics. Yeah, totally, Corvus. Give the reasoning why you, because I'm guessing that you're saying that Destroy All Humans isn't fantastically aged and the remake's not worth it, so I'd love to hear why. It makes so much sense that that's very clever, Canadian. I like that. It makes so much sense that it makes change. Yes, I think it's it. Because I always find it very surprising when you do, like, when you have a conversation with someone and they kind of forget to sort of take into the fact that a lot of what, like, especially with games, because the thing is, what I think is very, very important when talking about a game and sort of giving a review of a game, I meant to use my force power, that is actually just remembering that a lot of it is your own individual opinion, because I know some people sort of talk about their opinion in gaming a little bit more like it's a dead fact. So I always appreciate it when someone can tell me why they hate a game or love a game, but also give me their reasoning behind it in a, and this is from my perspective, not just a, I read on the gaming review that we're supposed to hate this game or love this game, if you know what I mean. Hi, time for you to die. Goodbye. Goodbye. Because I definitely think one of the great things about video games is just the fact that they are so varied and you can just have so many fantastic conversations around them, just because it's really just comes down to everyone's own flavor of fun, and there's just so much there. And thank you, Shennivi, for the follow. That's very cool of you. Now let's get on with some more murder, everybody. Let me just see what I have missed in the comments before I go continuing murder stuff. I love RPGs, especially the ones where you can become godly levels of OP. Those are always very fun. So you're a big fan of min-maxing, then I would take it. Oh god, I just died very viciously there, didn't I? You love my TikToks. I'm so glad you love them. I have had to I have had to, if you may or may not have noticed that like the past sort of 2 weeks-ish, I've been on a bit of a break. They sort of temporarily shadow banned me, but the TikToks will be back. But I'm glad you've enjoyed the ones that are there. There will be more soon. I've just had to take a temporary break from it. Unlike modern remakes and remasters of old games that add new mechanics, it's both a plus and a minus that Destroy All Humans didn't. The humans aged like milk, which is also kind of makes it funnier though. It's definitely a game I'd recommend for the channel. That's good to hear, Corvus, that you'd recommend it, because it's one I'm keen to have up. So that's interesting. So I'm obviously going to be massively biased. Hi. Can we not... Do you not want your electrical addiction here, BD? No? Okay. Let's go on. Let's go kill something else. That's interesting that you say that, because obviously that means I'll be able to experience with a bit of a better upgraded stuff. Oh, but obviously, like, as close to the true thing of the game. That sentence was an absolutely garbage sentence. Welcome to Talos, concentrating on trying to murder... Sir, could you just... I am trying to have a conversation with chat, and look at what you're doing. You're ruining it. You've ruined it. The sentence is gone. The moment... Sir, you've murdered me. You've murdered Cal in front of everyone, and ruined the... When an NPC comes in, and you're in the middle of the conversation, and the NPC is all like, I've come to kill you, and you're like, no, I'm busy, and they're like, no, I've really come to kill you, and you just don't listen, and then you get murdered, and then you try to blame the NPC. Aggressive med packs with the dinky conspiracy. The controls for Destroy All Humans on PS2 and how they respond is exactly the same for the modern platforms, and that can get annoying. Okay, Corvus, I think I see. But I also like games that are challenging. The Dark Souls, I like as the Zero to Hero vibes. Very Disney Hercules of you there, Shin, if you know that game, that song. Okay, so I know that there were some more comments that I rudely ignored before I went into my murder spree here. Let me just kill you. Thank you. That's very polite of you. See, if we all work together, NPCs, and you accept your death as I am the protagonist, it will make the game a lot smoother. I hear one coming.
Hey, fire!
I know, right? I don't know myself, but the games I've played makes me sound like I'm 29 or something. It's so many games come out every single year that it almost, even like a game from 2 years ago, it feels almost ancient to talk about because so many other games have taken out. Like, it feels almost, because like, you know, it used to be a case of like, I've paused so much. It used to be a case of like, you know, big games would come out and then they would be there for months and months. But now it's like every other month there's the biggest hit. And it feels like gaming wise, like a year does not feel like a year in gaming. It feels like several years. Especially when like you're just talking about older games, because it's like, how long did that come out? Because we've had 20 other big hits since then. Fastest controller in the West. Corvus is like the fastest hands in the West from Adeptus Ridiculous. Want some of your hang on. All right. Time for some good old-fashioned. Yes. Let's not fall to our death. We slide. Then we jump for fun. You do that. Goodbye. You die. Come here. Now let me murder you. Hello. Yes. I know. Very pretty shooting. Very good. I'm down on the ground. Ooh. What did I do to restore my force? Incompetency at its finest. Ow. Can I? Oh my god, the electricity. Okay. Why are you tougher than I remember? Have you tried not being this tough? Apparently, I'm just really enjoying electrocuting myself. Ah! No! Oh my god!
Help, BD! BD!
What? I swear to God, I've been like competent for most of the game, and then we come across this nobody stormtrooper, and I'm like, help me, I can't defend myself, I'm dying. Somehow in that particular voice. Why is my voice, I'm apparently losing my voice. I had a tremendously bad day at work, so I was singing songs very loudly to myself to drown out my feelings of dislike for everything at work. So my voice is going a bit faster tonight. Play along with going hooked on my N64 and playing the originals anyway. THPS. What does that stand for, Corvus?
You need to charge this BD.
Oh, Fast Sense in the West playing off the fact that I... Oh, Westland. Oh, okay. Excellent, Corvus. Got you now. Okay. Oh, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Ah. I've never actually played a Tony Hawk game. Leo Fox, who you guys know, he jumps in here occasionally. He streams as well, and I've watched him stream the Tony Hawk games, and they look absolutely fun. At least the old ones do on the classic thing. But that's about my experience with them. They look like they would be kind of fun to play. At least the one I saw, like the ones I've seen, which seem to be more of an RPG skating game. What is this slug thing? It's majestic. Look at it. I want like a mini one. I mean, okay, hang on. God damn it, guys. I'm trying to look at the wildlife. Why are you doing this? The wildlife. Look at it. Oh my God. Are you serious? Are you absolutely serious? I'm going to die because I'm trying to look at the majesty of nature. No one understands. Look at him. It's so cool. I can force push this back, can't I? Hang on. Can you shoot? Okay. I'm going to die to the slug. Oh no! My precious slug! That's so sad. I'm sorry, slug, but they keep shooting at me and I'm going to die, so I have to kill you. I want one! Wouldn't that be adorable in a little aquarium? Oh my God, there's a giant spider on my face. That was a lovely jump scare, wasn't it? Okay, so there... That was expected. Whilst I die, let me just catch up on what's happening in chat. You played on the Nintendo 64 with the 1-minute song loops, no lyrics? I know the Nintendo 64. It's a fun console. Original Mario Kart on that was fantastic. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, a lot of them bad. Older ones are better. I heard the latest ones go bad because they got brought out by something else, but the old ones are good. They're fairly tough to start. Hang on, let me put some music on. It's weird when I speak into the void. Older ones are better. They're fairly tough to start. They're fun, but I got Danish to try and play it and took it a long while to get into the controls. Yeah, the controls seemed a little bit different, so a little bit alien, so I can understand that. No, we're back here. Okay, that's fine. I love Soul's Culture. I like being able to take my character in the direction I want and have it be viable. I also love D&D, so I think that explains it a bit. Shin, yeah, I think every person I've talked to, because I do play D&D, like D&D and role-playing games and stuff like that. I forget what. Anyway, there's a particular mode of RPG that I always call. It's Shadows of the Blade, but it's not Shadows of the Blade. Barry, you know what it is. I always call it by the wrong name, which is a fantastic little system. Have you mainly just played D&D, or have you actually expanded into other RPGs, by the way, Shin? Out of curiosity. I'm sure Barry will immediately hone in on this and start chatting your ear off. I'm going to have to play KOTOR. KOTOR is also probably going to be coming up on the next Railroad vote. So it's probably going to be KOTOR, Psychonauts, and 2 other games that you guys will get a vote between for the next one after Jedi Fallen Order, by the way. And so I'm back. So having boxed frozen steak, and I think Corvus reminding me about one's of the freezer. Boxed. How is the steak, Sovi? How is frozen steak? That's interesting. Like just in a box. Blades in the Dark. Thank you. Blades in the Dark. Yes, that's what it's called. And Electro, thank you so much for the lurk. Hope you're going well. KOTOR remake going to be dope. When is the KOTOR remake coming out? You've also played Pathfinder. Pathfinder is great. I have enjoyed Pathfinder a lot. I did the math. I've been playing D&D and TTRs like for 9 years now. Oh god. Okay, so we can only hope. And hello, Robocos. How are you going? I hope hopefully well. We're about to go get murdered again once I stop chatting with everyone. This year, Shin. Okay, I'm gonna have to check, because a remake might be even better than playing the original, just in the sense of, well, it depends, doesn't it, really? Okay, so yes, now everyone comes running at me. Yes, you're all very mad. I get it. Yes, very mad, very angry. Murder. This is the third time we've been here murdering you all. This is fine. And of course it's nature that kills me. How many times have I died to the majesty of nature in this game? Like, they bring me some cool looking animal and I'm like, lol, let me die. I want to look at the precious slug life form. Okay, they're all dead. Now we're going to slide down here. We're hopefully not going to fall to our death, everybody. Yes, okay, die. Thank you. Is there any secrets or a save point or something cheeky in here? There is not. There's absolutely not. Stormtroopers are stupid as heck. They just keep shooting at me. We've had some very nice, Rybo, we've had some very nice scenes where they've come out and they've just shot a bunch of lasers one after the other, screaming, "They didn't get you, but I will!" And they've all fallen as I've just deflected it. It's been absolutely hilarious. 45% of the time, Talos has died to nature in this game. I know, Corvus, right? It's like... It's not the enemy that will kill me, it's my wonder at nature.
Your life is mine.
Can I... Thank you. Okay, so this time...
Running again.
Oh, come on. I was on the side. Oh my god, the I need to stay out of the gosh dang electricity. So instead... No, not the edge, not the edge, not the edge. Oh god, this one is smart! Look at him dodge! Can he's smarter than me. The thing is, I just know that there must be a save point coming right up ahead. Why? Oh my god! Why am I struggling so bad with that one man? We've defeated so many copies of him. But I come up to this chap. Am I perhaps secretly in love with him and I just can't bring myself to admit it? Maybe Cal has fallen in love with this specific stormtrooper and that's why we're having a really hard time striking the final blows, because he's like, no, not this one. I'm in love with this anonymous person. It's something about the gleam of their helmet. It's just extra shiny. Let me just make sure I've not missed anything. And when they see you are dodging it, I know, exactly, Rybo. They're just shooting away. Back to calculate. I hope you went back to calculate that. I first played a ranger whose first roll was a nat 1 and wound up hitting the barbarian. My next thing I did was grab a chain belonging to a specific type of demon. I had to have the chain cut by the barbarian. Nice. Nat 1s are always the absolute worst. Stormtroopers are not only canonically worse armor and armored than clone troopers, but are genuinely dumber. And thank you for the good vibes. Any games I'm looking forward to this year, Shin? It's hard to say. Like, to be honest, I was really looking forward to the Alan Wake remaster, but that came out last year. And if Overwatch 2 were coming out this year, it would have been that, but that's not obviously happening. There was some games, but I've now completely forgotten what they were, whether they're coming out this year or another year, to be honest. I'm sure the moment I hear them, I'll be amazed.
By your support.
But thank you, Robocos, as well, for the follow. It's very cool of you. Dying Light 2. Next, so I'm actually just playing Dying Light 1, so I probably won't play Dying Light 2 yet, because I haven't finished the first one. But I have heard a lot of people are very excited about that, because it did get pushed back. Who else here is it? I'm taking it, Shin, that you're excited about Dying Light 2. Shen and Evie. This is going to get confusing because there's Shin and there's Shen. So I'm assuming that you're excited about it. Who else is excited about Dying Light 2? Because I've heard a lot of people say a lot of great things about it. Except for the fact that it keeps getting delayed. I'm trying to think, because there was a game that was coming out this year that I'm actually very hyped for, and now I can't remember what that is. Oh god. Yes, you can die.
How did you kill them all?
How did I kill them all? You just watched, sir. My laser sword, like how I'm killing you now. I'm not sure why you had a question there. It was very simple. I have the big burning laser, and they have the easy killable face.
Take that. What are you doing?
Oh, this poor guy. Look at him go. He tried. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. What is this? B-Jeff? B-Jeff, what is this? What have we passed every single time that we've died? Maybe this is why... Maybe not. Did you do anything, B-Jeff? What did you do? Did you do okay? You just touched it. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Elden Ring, Destiny 2, Witch Queen. Nice. Oh yes, Elden Ring. I'm excited for it. You're excited for it? Oh, cool. So you're excited for that one as well. Elden Ring, No Dying Light. I'm excited for that this year. I'm getting worse video game and I'm having a hard time accepting that I'm bad at Souls games. You're so excited for Elden Ring? I've seen a lot of people with the Souls game getting excited for Elden Ring. Okay, hang on. I'm going to concentrate on this.
You will not escape this.
Okay. There we are. So now I'm locked onto you. God damn, there's electricity.
No pain will stop me.
No, bad. Come here. Oh my god, the electricity. I can't wait till I get Saber Throw, to be honest. There we go. Finally, done. Hooray for us, everyone. Bully for us here. I'm the opposite of excited for Elden Ring. I like that, Greg and Shin. You're both coming from the opposite directions there. Dying for, and Sophie, you're also excited for Dying Light 2 and also Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Well played there, Barry. I almost spat out my drink. Okay, who, out of curiosity in chat, has played the Lego games? Because I have heard that the Lego games are actually very worth playing. And it's something that would have never really occurred to me to play. But I've heard that they're actually just fantastic. Ow, I ran right into that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. Who else is shooting at me? Who else needs to die today? Oh, thank God. Okay. Yes, yes, I'm so fast. I'm excellent. I'm spectacular. Please die. Thank you very much for that. Who else is shooting at me indeed? You love the Lego games, Corvus? And Sophie, obviously you're liking them as well. Okay. Better than expected. Excellent. They don't take themselves seriously and are chock full of amazing jokes. So that's always very good. I feel we're being a 34-year-old dude and thinking the Lego Batman movie is one of the best movies. Okay, Greg, the Lego Batman movie was hilarious. The Lego movie also was quite fun. But I do agree with you. When, like, you're the full-grown adult and you go into a cinema and the small children are near you and you're like, you're ruining the enjoyment of this film for me, small children. If you could just stop reminding me that I am perhaps not their target audience, leave the cinema. It's why I have so many toys for children, because they don't get them. So it brings me joy. The same as when I'm in a cinema, I'm like, you shouldn't be here. This Lego movie is for me, the adult. They're firmly tongue-in-cheek. Oh, I really shouldn't, like, unpause the game while I keep talking. I hate Lego movies. You love the games. I enjoy, like, the Batman movie and the Lego movie, I sincerely enjoyed. I haven't seen the others, Corvus. I really liked those. I Nintendo DS with all the Lego games, but damn, so do I miss the DS. Oh, the Nintendo DS. I had, and this is, so, with the Nintendo DS, I had the special edition Legend of Zelda 3DS, which is hilarious because I have never played a Zelda game, and I didn't play Breath of the, like, I think it was Breath of the Wild that came out with it, but I had this, like, special edition game that many people were very disappointed that I happened to have this special edition of it because I never played the game. I was like, I'm just here for Pokemon. Why are you here? It's so cool. I actually still have it as well because it obviously has all my Pokemons on it. Because they didn't, when I went to get it, they didn't have the Pokemon edition one, and the lady was like, oh, well, if you like Pokemon, you'll like Zelda, and I was like, that's not true. That's not true at all. Oh, good Lord. I just want a save point. Why are you like this game? Why won't you let me save? I don't want to jump down that edge. No, no, spider, spider! Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? That was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. I don't, zip line, bye, screw that, no. Oh my God. Why did I touch the web? I'm just going. I thought there was like a latch below me, Barry. That's why I was sort of meandering around. Save point, save point, save point. Oh my god, that's actually absolutely perfect as well. Oh, thank God. Thank goodness. Okay. Oh, dear Lord, what is happening to my voice? Save point up ahead. Yes, thank God. And we rest. Yay. While using a web as a zipline. Why did I touch the web? Actually, that's another thing. I have heard the Spider-Man games are fantastic.
Eyes like a hawk who's been blinded.
Very much. Well, no, okay. To be fair, I knew that the zip line was there. I just thought that there was another way down. But good call, Corvus.
You make that look easy.
You like both the Spider-Man games very much? Okay, because like everything I've heard is that they're a delightful little one. What did I get? I got a new poncho, everyone. Let's see how ugly we look this time. This is the one thing that I wish they gave me better. Like, I thought we would get this, but like with cooler colors. But instead, we get like Mum's ponchos given to us. What was our latest one? Is that our latest one down here? No, that's the Cole Cassidy one. I don't even know which is the latest one because the Guardian. It looks like I'm wearing a smock and preparing for paint time in kindergarten. No. I'm not saving the world in a poncho. It's just not happening. I refuse. Miles Morales was the first game on my PS5 that made it seem like an upgrade was worth it. Oh, really? Like, had all the other games great, just been pretty, like, I could have just been using the PS4 type thing. Because the thing is, I have heard though that the controller on the PS5 is meant to be absolutely astounding. The graphics also look a load, and the lack of load times. Oh, so there's like almost no loads. That's okay. Why did I stay on those bugs? Why did I do that? I do have to say, does anyone... this is so funny. So, I actually just realized... Can I know that that's not going to go well. I just had to see, honestly. I just had to. Okay. This looks like everything's going to attack me. If Clint Eastwood can kick ass in a smock, you can too. But Clint Eastwood had, like, you know, coolness on his side. I just have to fall. Oh my god, this area is a goddamn death trap. You might need the smock for those bugs. Shenshish, that is a good idea. I might need the smock for the bugs. You know what? Let's put on. Oh. Let's put on our smocks. We'll put on our Guardian one so we match B Jeff, and we'll see if the guts can stay off us for a bit. To swinging around the city, no joke, less than 25. That's amazing, Greg. Less than 25 seconds. That is so fast. Deadass. Okay, so we've got our smog. Oh good lord. I'm now losing the ability to speak completely, aren't I? Up we go. Why is everything trying to murder me? Why, nature? I love you. I want to save you as I try to slash the plant apart. I'm trying to save you, she says, murdering. Oh, yes, we've got more seed. Precious, precious seed. Yes, now I can fill the spaceship up with my seed. Excellent. I just want to collect it all. And that way we can have our little plants sitting there. I generally had Hobbit PTSD. You're like, please no. Oh, why are you all... Okay, please. How about... this is a terrible way. This is a terrible way to do... The plants are creepy as heck. I have to say, level design-wise, this is actually pretty amazing. Alright. Just... That is so creepy having those plants slowly come towards you. That's absolutely amazing. Tell us it's the plant farmer thing from Big Mountain. Okay, so that looks like a rope. That looks nice. This is a very cool level. I have to give it to this game. They've made some very interesting levels. Like, oh. Can I... Speaking of stormtroopers not being so smart. Do you think I can just let nature fight my battles here? I am an eco-warrior. I stand by you, nature. Oh. I stand by nature. And we'll jump down here. Oh, goodbye, nature. Hello, more. Oh, God. Hello, nature. I like plants. I watched all of Captain Planet and was a very big fan. Oh my God, this is so amazingly creepy. I'm actually creeped out. That is astounding. It's the slow, squeaky movements. You can hear them coming for me. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's less amazing. Oh, is that a... That's an echo point. Okay. Kill the bug. Kill... No, no, no. Why are you teaming up? Eat the slug! Look how delicious and cute it looks! Oh my God, oh my God. Okay.
BD, here.
And the slug is spitting at me. Oh, it's making spit everywhere. It's doing very slug-like things. Goodbye. No, I want to murder. Okay. Are they friends? Have I feel like I just interrupted like some sort of friendship thing here. Like, maybe... The slug spider wars had almost come to an end before Cal came along and slaughtered both diplomats. When the scouts were sent back to check on the diplomats to see what had happened to the slug and the spider representatives, all they found were the slaughtered corpses. Both sides assumed they had died in a melee against each other, and thus the war between spiders and slugs continued on the planet, never to be at peace, whilst Carl continued on, not knowing he had destroyed a meeting that had been 100 years in the works. A ghost slug grade! Oh my God, that would be astounding. I would be so happy. If there were a god, he would have stepped in and stopped that. Or he would have encouraged it, Greg. You see an they almost, Avatar The Last Airbender. Yes, it is actually very like that, Barry. They almost made peace till you saw them. Exactly, Shinshish. Exactly. Almost until we did the horrible slaughter against them. They started as a goat slug in this game. Nickelodeon's best animated series. Okay, so I think Legend of Korra was better than Last Airbender. Fight me.
This before? Me neither.
Too busy committing atrocities to notice its cool horns. It's atrocity. Okay, it looks like we have hit a save point. That is actually absolutely perfect because this is about where I do wrap up my streams. And this seems like a really lovely place for... Oh, skill tree, skill tree, skill tree. This seems like a really lovely place for us to wrap up and to come back to next time. Powerful allows counters to groups of enemies flying and knock down large targets. Yes, I want to knock everyone down. Thank you. No, I don't need a tutorial. I know how to knock things down. Thank you. I say that and we just know that I'm going to need a tutorial. You have saved. Thank you. So, that was... There we go. So that was quite a lot of fun. So I'm gonna definitely start to wrap it up a little bit here. But I think that's a lovely area for us to why does he have bullets? I just for an aesthetic. They're from the enemy. I don't know. Cool, I disagree, but you can understand why you would say that. Do you mean about Korra being better? Yes, it's an unpopular opinion. That is definitely been around for, yeah, it's a fun unpopular opinion. Well, there you get the two camps. No problem, Shinshis. I'm glad you enjoyed it. For anyone who's wanting to see where we come up next to in this lovely saga, in the game, where we'll continue in this horror land we are with all the lovely nature that's creeping me out with the giant slug and everything like that. We will basically be doing that next Thursday. It's Tuesday where I am in Australia, so we'll continue this on Thursday. We'll see if we can't escape the horrifying lands that we're currently in. And we'll be back in Oblivion on Saturday and Sunday, everyone. So we'll be back in our lovely Elder Scrolls game, being Orc Jeff then. I hope you have a better workday tomorrow and your voice gets better. Thank you, Canadian. I hope my workday gets better. It's honestly my fault. I was just singing very loudly and off key, and that's, you know, my neighbors are probably very happy that my voice is going. There's 3 camps. I haven't seen any Avatar, so I tell everyone my favorite is the live action. I love it, Greg. You basically firebomb the fans because the live action was so great. That is absolutely brilliant, Greg. That is... I love that. The 3 camps. I'm not saying Korra was good, but man, Outlaw is just goated. You reckon Korra? I liked Korra because I found Korra a little bit more... I felt like Korra dealt with some more adultish themes in some ways. Both did. I would have to probably rewatch... You know what? No, that and... I just, yeah. I really like Korra and Asami, so I'm very biased there. Let's be honest. I've read the comics. Does have a good one. In chat. No problem, Sophie. Thanks so much and have a good sleep. I like Soka too much to prefer anything else. Fellow Aussie indeed. Well, that's fantastic, Shinshish, because our time zones would be closer. Unfortunately for all the Americans, I stream at like early morning or something for them, and all the other people in the Northern Hemisphere, I creep in at weird times. Agree to disagree. This is true, Corbus. We can be civil about it. Now, where did you live again, and where can I... No, I'm joking, of course. But yeah, no, I really like that. I'm really, really enjoying where this game in Fallen Order is going. I like this map so far the most, I think, just with the wildlife, even though it's probably going to end up killing me a lot. So that's great. And I'm glad that we created Wookiees spawning eggs as a way of breeding. I think that's the best. Barry, yes, this is also true. It is easy to ship characters. I did love the medal and lava bending in Korra, but Aang had to deal with more than Korra, in your opinion, Corvus? Yeah, I guess the thing is with Korra, she also continues into the comics and she does have a lot, like, yeah, we'll agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree about it. But I'm obviously just very biased because of the shit. Like, Barry's hit the nail on the head. The moment you introduce shipping to something and me, I'm just like, well, suddenly I have all these reasons why this is the best. It's why I can tear Gensi apart in a heartbeat. But, no. It was super duper fun with this. I'm looking forward to getting it back. It's actually crazy because whilst I have pretty much enjoyed every single game we've played on the channel, not every single game has got me itching to always keep playing it outside of the stream. But right now we have Oblivion and Fallen Order where I find myself not streaming being like, I want to continue the story, damn it. Like, with Jedi Fallen Order, I want to see what happens next. I want to do the next thing. And with Oblivion, I'm just having such an absolutely wild time in that game, just doing general chaos. But yes, I am very much looking forward to those. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Always super appreciated to everyone who jumps in and just chats, and to the people who definitely who help me out as well when I get stuck and everything like that. Like, again, thank you so much, Shin, for the elevator and stuff. Because damn, I was stuck there. But yes, thank you all for that, and to the people who lurk as well. I super duper appreciate that. And Man March, I do hope you feel better soon as well. And to the people who watch my VODs as well, thank you. I will catch you all next Thursday when I stream. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of the time zone, wherever you are. Bye.